All right, welcome in to a midweek Wednesday edition of PhillyVoice SportsBets. I'm Harry Mays, along with Eitan Shander and Devan Kaney. You know the crew by now, at least you better. And you better head on over to the PhillyVoice YouTube page, subscribe, give us a like. But you know what, guys? School might be back, but Rita's is still open, and we are sponsored by the great folks at Rita's.
Rita's is bringing back pumpkin perfection with our pumpkin milkshake and Reese's Take 5 Pumpkin Concrete. And new app users can get a free ice when they download and use offer code PUMPKIN. Trademarks are used under license. Offer expires October 16th.
All right, a lot to get to. We are now just, it's like hours away. The countdown is on until the start of the NFL season. And I think it's going to start off with a bang with what it looks like a great matchup between it could be a possible Super Bowl preview if you read all these, prognosticators. Everybody, the tea leaves and the prognosticators reporting that Buffalo is the odds-on favorite to win the Super Bowl. And, of course, the Rams coming off a Super Bowl. So I'm really looking forward to that. And I know we got some takes on that. Eitan, we're going to get into this Bryan Leonard situation.
I found it.
You found the sticky note.
You've got a college
football play. Right. Because it's yellow, right? It won't show up on
a lot of people would prefer if we did the show like this, I'm sure. So
stick a sticky note right over your eyebrows. And Devan, I know you got something hot on the Eagles for this weekend, and also a college football play. But let's start with tomorrow night's game. Buffalo looks like they are now a 2-point favorite. This line's been bumping around a little bit. The over/under 51.5. And I'm looking at maybe a player rushing total for Josh Allen. The over/under is 35.5 yards rushing at DraftKings. The over is minus 120. And, of course, sack yardage in the NFL doesn't count against, rushing yardage. It's not like college football where they netted off the quarterback's rushing total here. So if he gets a couple of sacks from Aaron Donald, it's not going to affect the rushing total. Do you guys have I'm taking over 35.5 for Josh Allen. I think he's going to want to put on a big show with his legs and his arms.
I like that.
35.5.
No, Devan, you go. I just wanted to make sure that I heard 35.5 rushing yards, right?
Correct.
Okay. I'm sorry, Devan.
I like that, but it kind of conflicts with my bet that I talked about yesterday, which is Josh Allen anytime Josh Allen to throw 2 or more touchdowns. So if he can do that and throw 2 touchdowns, then I'll be very happy. And the Bills win.
Right. Well, that's asking a lot now. Now we're asking for three outcomes.
I might be in the minority. I think the Bills have one of the most talented rosters in the league this season.
Oh, they do.
feel like people are counting out the Bills.
They do.
No, I think if they started against like every other team outside of maybe, at Kansas City, right, there's probably 2 teams elsewhere we could find a similar conversation. But no, you're right. Like they should be favored on the road against 97% of the league. They're definitely that good. I'm curious if just humor me here. All right. Mm-hmm. Let's see if we can build Devan her plays into a same game parlay, because they do correlate, but you're essentially needing 2 scores, right, from Josh Allen.
2 touchdown passes.
Touchdowns.
Yeah, touchdown passes. Yeah.
Yeah, but I'm gonna because anytime is not throwing, right?
I think it's either or.
Okay.
Yeah.
So we're not worried about passing yards. We're worried about passing touchdowns. 2+ passing touchdowns is minus 185, right? That's the first leg here. Second leg is the obvious one where Devan said, and to win, right? So the Bills to win minus 135. Now we're at plus 125. And then we add Harry, which is the rushing yards, correct?
Correct.
And you have him what?
Over 35.5.
All right, so I'm going to do you one better and get you over 34.5 because the next jump is 39.5.
Okay.
So the Kaney Mays Kaney, however you want to build this sucker, same game 3-leg parlay, 2+ Josh Allen passing touchdowns, Bills to win it over 34.5. Now this counters everything that I put on this game, so I'm out specifically, but this is a plus 245 3-leg same game parlay that I think if you don't out there have any position at all on the Rams, should be one that you would take. Like, if I didn't have any money on the Rams, I'd be jumping all over this.
Well, how about you add in the over 51.5 total for the game?
You can't help yourself. You can't help yourself.
No, I cannot.
Over 52.5.
Okay.
Right? Well, hold on. Okay, 51's a key number. You want to get over that number?
Well, I was just giving you DraftKings total for the game, 51.5.
No, but what happens on DK is when you add the same game parlay, they either bump up or bump down to adjust. So we'll go over 52.5, Harry.
What does it give us?
We'll appease Harry's greed here, Devan, by all means. That's plus 425.
Wow.
Ooh.
All right.
I'm in.
Okay. There you have it.
All right. There we go.
PhillyVoice SportsBets.
Same game parlay.
Yep. By the way, odds just came out as we speak on Tom Brady's retirement, but that's neither here nor there.
Now that's got to be in your offshore stuff, right?
Might be.
Yeah, probably.
Here's the thing: minus 150 to retire at the end of the year, plus 110 to not.
Well, you know, these two teams, the Rams and the Bills, in their last 8 head-to-head matchups, the total has gone over 7 of the 8 times.
Wow.
And Stafford's, elbow is looking to be, at least McVay's saying it's okay.
Right.
So, maybe that takes a bit of the fear out of there.
You think the books are aware of that trend too, though? Just saying.
Oh, yeah, I'm sure they are.
It's probably built in a little bit.
Yeah, probably. All right, now we got college football plays and Eagles from Devan. Which one do you want to start with?
Ooh, Eagles. Let's stick with the NFL,
okay.
Yeah?
Let's get back
by the
to
way,
the
we're
Eagles.
all waiting for this college pick because you're 1-0 and it was a major dog. So
oh God, yeah, I know. And I crushed that Northwestern money line pick, but I don't feel as confident in my college football pick. But we'll get to that. For Eagles, I have anytime touchdown scorer, Philadelphia defense at plus 650.
Love it.
Just defense, not defense and special teams.
No, just defense.
You sure it's not DST?
Just.
Oh, wow.
Oh, okay.
What are the odds on that? 9?
Plus 650.
650.
Yeah.
I like it. Look, we talked about that, right? As far as it's Jared Goff, you've got the Lions. There's a strong chance that somebody is going to make a mistake on Detroit's offense, even if it's not Goff, right? Like there's just a strong. So I love playing that. You're getting it north of 6-1. Absolutely.
Yeah. Now, Matt Cherico, our producer, says that FanDuel quietly changed that from defense and special teams to just defense. Interesting.
I think what's happened is that FanDuel has been getting burnt on anytime TD being 2 times over. So if you pick a guy who's returning punts, you at one point could same game parlay, Barrios on the Jets and the Jets DST to return, and both of those hit because Barrios returns a punt. Right. So I think what's happened is they're trying to eliminate the correlation of it, and that could be part of it. But yes, good way to determine that, because I would have jumped in there thinking it was defense and special teams as well.
And honestly, when it comes to the Eagles, I feel more confident with defense than special teams. Obviously, having them both improves the odds, but I'm okay with just defense.
That's a good call.
All right. Now, who is this Bryan Leonard fella, and why should we know him, Eitan?
Well, are we going to get back to college at some point, right?
Yeah, sure.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Okay.
I just want to make sure that you didn't just bypass.
I got it in my notes.
You got it in your notes?
Yeah.
So, Bryan Leonard, and I have to give the specific shout here to just want to pull this up. See, now what happened was I pulled up the odds for Tom Brady. But basically what happens is Bryan Leonard is a capper. He's created this week 1 mentality, which is taking teams, and I'll read it to you specifically. What Bryan does is he takes all the lines and totals when they first come out, right? Because you have so much time, way more time before week 1 than you do any other week. So a lot of stuff only works week 1. Looks at all the lines and the totals when they first come out, and then bets on any team or total that benefits from a line of 2 or more points. So if you look at it, and I have it here in front of you, this is what I didn't have here yesterday.
Right. The invisible sticky note.
Correct. We have so far, and I'm just going to look, right? I'm probably going to put this in a mini round robin and put 25 cents on each thing, just small, not even to win money, but just want to see how this thing
You're
works.
Testing the theory.
Testing, right. Now, again, it's the smallest sample size, but it's week one. I think week one stands out. So we've had the Rams, right? We already know, we've talked extensively about that. The Jets have gone from 4 to 7. Now, you're betting on Joe Flacco most likely, so God bless. But they're in this. Atlanta, and this is intriguing. Atlanta has gone from 3 to 5.5. I hate the Saints covering the spread. I like them to win. Cleveland has gone from laying 4 to getting 1.5 with Deshaun. Seattle from plus 3.5 to plus 5.5. And there are a couple of totals, including over Atlanta, over Kansas City, under Tennessee, over in Dallas. So I'm just going to keep this on here as a little bit of a we'll come back to this on Monday and see how this does. But
now it's when games move by 2 or more on either the total or the side. But which way does he go? Like, in other words, what's the trend?
Well, the trend is who's benefiting from the line, right? You're not going to bet into a favorite who is taking on more points.
So the Falcons are benefiting from this line by it moving from where it did to where it is.
Everybody I mentioned benefited from it.
Okay.
Correct.
All right. So we'll test that. I like that. I like these little trends. All right, college football.
Maines a shot for that.
College football, I know both of you have plays. I'm even looking at a teaser here with the Southeast Conference involving some teams that I was involved with over week one. But where do we want to start here? Devan, I know you've got a college football play.
I do. So I'm going to do money line again. And I went to Pitt, so you can call me a homer with this one, but I'm taking Pitt over Tennessee money line plus 215. The backyard brawl was incredible. And if anyone heard Pat Narduzzi after the game, even though Pitt won, he was not satisfied. He's out for blood this season, and I think that Pitt is going to upset this one.
How in the world are they 6.5-point underdogs after that win at home, and they're ranked higher than Tennessee? Now, that would, if you're looking at this in some jaundiced way, you'd be saying, hey, these guys know something. Tennessee's going to come in there and just beat the shit out of them, right?
I mean, I don't know. If Pat Narduzzi is correct in his post-game interview, it's just because ESPN and the bookmakers, I guess, love to hate on Pitt. But that's why I love good underdogs, so got to go with the Pitt Panthers.
Somewhere, Eitan, I'm listening to our old buddy Tom Byrne saying Pat Narduzzi a few times in a row.
Exactly. Or dog trying to get it out there. God knows. He'd be talking about Mark Narducci. Here's the thing, though. This is based off of week one offense, defense, as far as points per possession, things like that's what the line is created off of, right? So it's not, I know we always love to say like, oh, there's this, there's that from it, but this is just how they see this matchup. And I'm willing to believe that there is room for error here. And we see books make mistakes by all means. North of 2, like that's the biggest thing. That's where I think, Devan, there's value with it is, take 6.5 all you want. It's under 7. That's really the only key number worth mentioning in college anyway. But you're getting Pittsburgh at home north of 2-1 against anybody outside the top 5.
Right.
I mean, you kind of have to take that based off of that alone. So, yeah, I'm with you. This is a great find here. Something seems a little off with it. Even if it should be like plus 150 or plus 175. That's, I think, the point I was trying to make, which is we are ahead of, and I say we, so I'm telling you, we are ahead of this by at least 40 or 50 points.
I'm honored that you're tailing it, honestly. But
let's see what happens. I could mush it.
What's you got a college play as well, Shander?
Yeah, this one matches up pretty good with the book that everybody knows here. So the big book, Global, it's legal, but it's the special book, right? You can get it if you're watching right now. FanDuel has it minus 106. It's beating it by a couple of points. Arkansas first quarter spread, they're laying 3, taking on South Carolina. Like Arkansas in the game, but I think you're going to start to find still early value with the Razorbacks against teams like South Carolina. So I can jump in on a first quarter spread, lay 3 for Arkansas. I wouldn't go anything higher than minus 108, but 106 is what I get it.
All right, that's part of my teaser is Arkansas. Ooh. Okay, remember we had them last week at home over Cincinnati. They covered the number. They ran the football really well. That quarterback does everything, KJ Jefferson. They're taking on, of course, the Gamecocks. Now, the Gamecocks won their game against Georgia State, but I think it was fraudulent. Spencer Rattler threw 2 interceptions in that game. Didn't look very good. And they blocked 2 kicks and returned them both for touchdowns. This was Beamer ball 2.0 at its finest. Okay. I don't think that is necessarily sustainable against a good football team like Arkansas, especially on the road. But I'm going to take Arkansas minus 8.5 down to 2.5 as part of the teaser. Okay. I think Arkansas is far superior, and I love them at minus 2.5. Then I'm going to go Florida, Kentucky. I lost on Florida last week, and it was shame on me because Anthony Richardson is like Cam Newton all of a sudden.
About that.
I know, but he's something. He proved it to me last week that he's legit. Montrell Johnson also in the backfield. They're taking on Kentucky, and everybody is loving Kentucky here.
They got
I'm taking it from 4.5 to plus 1.5 for Florida. So
Okay.
I'll go Florida plus 1.5, Arkansas minus 2.5 in a 6-point teaser.
I need to see this on a spreadsheet.
Tom loves spreadsheets. You just always need everything on a spreadsheet.
Yeah, because
Not
it's easy.
until it's on the Excel sheet.
Absolutely. It's easy. I know wins. I know losses. I know how many units I'm up. I know what's working. I know what's not working, right? It's a very easy tell here. That's all. Harry's breaking down 6-leg teasers. I'm picturing, I've got Rita's pumpkins in my brain.
But South Carolina gave up over 200 yards rushing to Georgia State.
Yeah.
Okay, think what Arkansas could put on them.
Oh, I agree. This is a great find for you as well.
All right. What else we got? Have we hit everything?
I think so, unless you want to look at the odds for
the golf.
Well, I was going to say supporting actors in the drama series, but
oh, really? What do we got?
Wait, tell us who we have.
What's standing out to you?
Well, so the one thing that was actually standing out is I have odds on both who Johnny Depp and Amber Heard will be dating next.
Ooh.
But yeah, see, that's the reaction I like. All right.
All right. Well, who's Amber Heard dating?
Wait a second. I even have odds on who Leo is dating next.
Oh boy.
Like a 20-year-old, probably.
Yeah.
How about Zach Wilson's next? Oh, hold on. We should be talking about Zach Wilson. At least there's a sport element to this.
Mm-hmm.
All right. You want Zach Wilson's top odds here?
Sure.
Okay.
All right. So, and then I'll give you whatever else you want. Elizabeth Hurley is 1,200. Kim Kardashian 14, along with Holly Berry and Liv Tyler. Courtney Cox and Pamela Anderson, along with Jennifer Gardner, are all 20-1. Cameron Diaz, Heather Graham, 25-1.
Aren't these women too old for him?
No,
That's
don't
the point. That's the
Come
point.
on.
He loves older women.
Yes, he made out. Didn't he hook up, or at least, the very least, with his mother's best friend?
He cheated.
Oh, you're talking about Zach. Well, okay, I thought you were going Leo because Leo.
No.
Yeah,
okay,
so that's
all right.
Yeah, Leo, I put my odds on whoever the youngest TikTok star is. He'll probably be dating next.
Millie Alcock
That's
is
all he
12-1. Devin, do you know her?
Millie Alcott.
Millie Alcock.
I don't know who that is.
Oh.
Addison Rae is 40-1. I mean, that's a huge jump from Millie Alcock to Addison Rae.
Millie Alcock. I got to do some research.
I'm
never
sure
heard
you
of
do.
her.
I'm sure you do. Okay, that's all.
I took Tyrrell Hatton at plus 2,800 to win outright in the BMW PGA.
I hate everything about Tyrrell Hatton.
He's angry. I'd love to play golf with him.
Me too.
Yeah.
But he, the problem is I want to bet on somebody who has composure when they're imploding.
Mm-hmm.
So at least me as the bettor feels somewhat okay with it, right? My ticket's going to crumble. But if this guy is probably if he's 8 strokes off the lead after 2 and he makes the cut, I don't know what he's going to do on that Saturday, right? He could be just throwing his club.
He could snap a wedge over his knee.
You're a brave man, Harry.
All right. Well, we're back on Friday. Devin's going to be out, but we are back, and we're going to have a special guest or 2, I believe, joining us on Friday. And I just watched the documentary this morning, Eitan.
Okay.
The Flagrant Foul documentary. Really good stuff.
Okay.
All right.
Nice.
We'll be talking about that and the whole weekend's card of football come Friday, and we'll be talking about if our 4-leg parlay hit for Thursday night football.
Correct. So we have a lot to catch up with on Monday with Devin, from the Eagles to that parlay and her humongous 2-1 play with Pittsburgh. I love it.
The Panthers.
Hopefully we're in a good mood on Monday and having made some money over the weekend, but we'll see. I don't want to jinx it.
All right, we'll see you on Friday, everybody.